The NXT Tag Team division is about to get a lot more interesting with Tavion and Myles Bourne as the NXT Tag Team Champions. Last week on NXT, we saw Heights and Bourne defeat the Vanity Project against all odds to become NXT Tag Team Champions for the very first time in their careers. Now, the former NQCC members need challengers for those titles. However, there are only 7 teams in the division that could be potential first challengers for those tag team titles. Obviously, you've got the former champions Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes. You've got Bronco Nima and Lucian Price. You've got pretty much any 2 members of Birthright, which again could be, which obviously consists of Channing Stacks Lorenzo, Uriah Connors, Charlie Dempsey, and the men's speed champion Lexis King. You also have as well Dark State. You've got another set of former champions, Hank and Tank. You've got You've got also the team of Dorian Van Dukes and Sean Legacy. And then, of course, you've got Noam Dar and Moreno. I cannot think of his name, unfortunately. Damn it. Yeah, I cannot think of his name. I might be able to find it on YouTube, actually. I'm actually gonna... No, wrong YouTube. There we go. I might be able to find his name on YouTube, so give me a second as I'm scrolling through. Or actually... Let's see. Romeo Moreno. There we go. It took me a second, but yes. But yeah, so you also have the team of Noam Dar and Romeo Moreno. Try saying that 10 times fast. That are in the tag team division. However, there are only 3 teams that I can see becoming first challengers for those tag team titles. Birthright, Hank and Tank, and the Vanity Project. The Vanity Project, obviously because they are the former champions. And I'm pretty sure that at some point they are going to be owed a rematch for those tag team titles, which it could happen. It could take place tomorrow night on NXT. It could happen next week. Hell, for all we know, it can happen at Heatwave at the end of this month, which is a possibility. Which is a very, very high possibility. However, only time will tell. But we do know that yes, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes are owed a rematch for those tag team titles. I think it's only a matter of time. Now, Birthright on the other hand, think about this. With Lexis King as the men's speed champion, I could see it. Stacks and Uriah Connors going after the NXT tag team titles. I could see Charlie Dempsey going after the NXT North American title, and then of course, and then of course, Ariana Grace going after the women's speed title, which is now currently being held by Ren Sinclair. That right there would be the ideal moment, if you will, for Birthright. However, excuse me. However, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a while before we see the rest of Birthright as champions in NXT. It'll be a while, but pretty sure I'm pretty sure that Birthright are more than ready to become NXT Tag Team Champions. Now, as far as Hank and Tank goes, the last time that they had a rematch for the NXT Tag Team titles, as last I remember, or actually rather as last we remember, it ended in controversy. Excuse me. Which means that technically speaking, that rematch never took place. Do I believe that Hank and Tank deserve their shot at the titles? 100%, absolutely. But I think if there was one of the team that I could see taking up that challenge, most likely it would be OTM. However, the only reason why it's not going to be OTM is because of two reasons. And they both are conjoined together. The first reason has to do with the fact that we have been seeing Bronco Nima on AAA over the last month or so as part of the faction known as Battles Del Mal, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, their motto was God forgives, dogs don't. I believe is I believe how it works. Let's see. Change to Spanish. I don't know. I have no idea. Um. Anyway. Yeah. I believe the motto was God forgives, dogs don't. I believe is how is the motto. Um. And right now, the current members of Battles Del Mal, as of right now, is Daga, Angel, Berto, Bronco Nima, Carmen Petrovich, and of course Damien 666, who is one of the craziest dudes in all of Lucha Libre, having won championships and even worked for promotions like WCW, FMW, CMLL, AAA, WWA, and various promotions on the independent circuit in Mexico. Um, and even also worked in other promotions like XPW, RPW, just to name a few. And he's won quite a few championships, including the AAA Trios Championship, um, the CMLL Trios Championship, and even also if I can find even also the Revolution Pro tag team titles with someone named Halloween. I don't know who the fuck that is, but yeah, we're pretty. But anyway, yeah. So, the rest of Battles Del Mal have been. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say that they've been stalking Bronco Nima in NXT, but they've been constantly showing up. Especially Angel and Berto Los Garza, they've been reminding Bronco Nima of where his allegiance lies. And let's not forget excuse me, let's not forget with with the with the with the AAA X Heat Wave um event coming up at the end of the month in on the 30th. Bronco Nima has to make a choice. It's either he works AAA with the rest of Battles Del Mal, or he works Heat Wave with Lucian Price. So that is where the second problem lies. It's the fact that he's super conflicted on where his allegiance will lie going into NXT Heat Wave at the end of this month. No one knows. No one really knows. So between Birthright, the Vanity Project, and Hank and Tank, who should be the ones to not challenge? Crazy as it sounds, Birthright. Reason? I think at this point right now, it's still too early to see them go after championship gold. Like Lexus King was one thing, because he had already been a part of NXT for the latter part of like what, a year and a half, almost 2 years now. So with that in mind, I'm pretty sure that it's still too early to see them go after championship gold, aside from Lexus King. But I think they would be more than capable. But for right now, I don't think it's gonna be them, because of the fact that it's too early. And even if they did become NXT Tag Team Champions, I'm pretty sure that WWE wouldn't have anything for them, creatively speaking. So they would just end up becoming transitional champions in the end. So that leaves two: the Vanity Project or Hank and Tank. Think about this: you've got two very popular tag teams in the division. You've got the Vanity Project, who, even in spite of them being heels, they've become basically the sleeper team to be tag team champions. Then of course you've got Hank and Tank, another team that was also slept on until they became NXT Tag Team Champions. One thing does remain the same: both these teams are owed a rematch. But as crazy as it sounds, I think it's going to be the Vanity Project getting their rematch, because of the fact that Hank and Tank are out with an injury. In fact, I think it's Hank Walker. Yeah, I think it's Hank that's gonna be out with an injury for another month or so. I'm not entirely sure how long he's gonna be out for, but because of that, I'm pretty sure that it'll be the Vanity Project getting the rematch for the NXT Tag Team titles. But if you guys think that I am wrong and you guys think that another team should take up that first challenge, you guys can always rebuttal in the comments below. And that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, be sure to follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.